I have felt so many more kicks and Michael has felt Bubby kick. Because of the pandemic, they weren't shipping out of Poland at all. Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my 19-week bump date. So much has happened this last week, including a special package, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So if you like the sound of this video, please give it a big thumbs up because that really supports my channel. And don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't already so you can come along on our rainbow baby journey. So let's get into this bump date. Holy dooly.
3+.
So like in all bump dates, I'm going to be sharing two things. The first is how I have been traveling this last week, and the second is how Bobby is going. And then I'll be sharing with you my mystery package that just arrived yesterday. So when it comes to my pregnancy and how my body has reacted this week, I can say that my heartburn has gone down, which I'm so thankful for, because there was a moment, I think it was maybe last week and the week before, where my heartburn was extreme, so much so that when I had my obstetrician appointment, I asked if there was any medication I could take. I haven't taken any medication, but I have just been cutting back on those spicy foods and foods that she recommended not to have, and it has completely worked. I've also started sleeping with my pillows slightly up, and then as I sleep throughout the night, those pillows kind of fall on the floor, and that seems to be working really well, so that way I'm not getting heartburn just before bedtime. Another symptom is that I've got really chapped lips. I don't know if that's because I'm not keeping hydrated enough, or if we're in the change of season and we're currently in autumn, but it is feeling like winter. So I've had to go out and buy a chapstick because they're just so super duper sore, but that's okay, it's an easy fix. I've had a couple of food aversions this week and a couple of dinners that I actually haven't been able to stomach, and my nausea's kind of come back, not to the point of morning sickness, but this last week work-wise was really stressful, and I think when I'm stressed and tired, my morning sickness, like nausea levels, just elevate. So I don't think it's because I'm getting sick again, I just think it was a stressful week and my body was reacting in that way. I have felt so many more kicks and Michael has felt Bubby kick, which is really exciting. It's exciting that I'm feeling them earlier and Mick is feeling it earlier, because with the last two pregnancies with the girls, he didn't get to feel them as early as this. So Bubby is very active at nighttime right before bed, which is when Mick is able to feel the kicks. But Bub's also really active whenever I have a moment to sit down. So at lunchtime and when I come home from work, if I get my feet up, those are the moments that I feel Bub. There are some random occasions where I might be in the kitchen making a cup of tea or heating up my lunch, and I'll get a random kick and go, oh, hey Bub. But it's so lovely that I'm starting to feel that. The only thing that is a bit of a complaint is that when I'm doing my Zoom meetings for work and I'm in an hour-long Zoom meeting and I've had a cup of tea beforehand, Bubby has decided to play on my bladder, which is really uncomfortable. And as soon as that Zoom meeting has ended, I am rushing to the bathroom straight away. But that's just such a small thing. And there's this part of me that I'm so thankful that we are pregnant and I don't want to be complaining about it, but I'm just sharing with you my symptoms that I'm feeling this week. Oh, and the final pregnancy symptom that I've been feeling is noticing Bub when I am bending over. So if I bend and I'm kind of bending at the hips, I feel discomfort in my core. I feel like I am, I guess, compressing Bub and squishing Bub. So if I am bending over to pick something up for the girls or something up for myself, I am trying to more so squat, so that way I'm not compressing my stomach and making it tighter for Bub to get uncomfortable with. Bub is definitely growing and I can feel that immensely. So with Bub's update for this week, it kind of goes hand in hand with one of my pregnant symptoms, but it has become super duper active, which is really lovely. It is now the size of a Game Boy, which for all of you out there who were born in the 80s and 90s and played with Game Boys, that makes a total sense of how big Bub is now and the reason why my belly has started to pop. So many people at work have mentioned the fact that I've all of a sudden grown and I look pregnant now, which is nice because I'm 19 weeks, I'm nearly halfway there, so I'm excited for that. And as always, I give a hand and foot comparison on how they are tracking prior to them coming earthside. Not exactly seeing any physical movements on the surface of my skin, but I'm sure that will come soon. And coming up will be my 20-week anatomy scan, which is happening this Friday. And because of the whole situation that's currently happening all around the world, Mick is unable to come to this scan. I'm really hoping that I will be able to take some film for him because he hasn't seen Bub since our 6-week scan besides what I've been able to document for him. When I did call up to book my appointment, they did remind me of the fact that I am the only one allowed in the room, and when I did ask for clarification if I could film some stuff for my husband, they said it's up to the sonographer. So my plan going into the scan is I'm going to bring my camera because I know you have to turn off electronics for the equipment, so I don't think I'll be able to film on my phone. So if I bring my phone and have my camera as a backup, then I'm hoping that Mick will be able to see Bub because at 20 weeks, it's going to be so much bigger. That's when they do all the measurements on how Bub is going. We are not finding out the gender, so I'm hoping that the sonographer will tell me to look away when they are measuring those parts of the body that I just don't want to be able to see anything. But I'm really excited to see Bub again, and then I have a follow-up appointment with my obstetrician the next week after that. So I have had complete peace of mind since my last appointment. If you haven't watched my 17-week appointment, you can click this link here or you can click in the description box below. At that point, I was worried about Bub because I wasn't feeling Bubby move, and yeah, having felt kicks, I have total peace of mind that this pregnancy is continuing the way it should be, which is so lovely. So now I am going to show you my package that has arrived. With both of the pregnancies with the girls, I bought a countdown shirt and I would post that with the description of what junk food they were at, whether it was the size of a donut or a 6-inch sub or stuff like that, because I really love food. And when I contacted the lady on Etsy who I usually get the shirts through, which is through Poland, because of the pandemic, they weren't shipping out of Poland at all. So I had to try and figure out an alternative way to get a shirt as similar as the girls' shirts. So I went online and I created a shirt myself. I haven't seen it. I hope it fits. I hope it looks all right. So let's open this up. That's cool. It is different from the girls' shirts, but there's nothing I can do about it except to try it on and see how it looks. I'm gonna try it on in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! It's definitely not the same as my other one, but I'm happy to have a similar shirt that I can keep up this tradition. I'm so excited that I've been able to start to cross it out. It makes it more real how many weeks I've done and how many left that we have. So there's definite room to grow, but I'm sure this will be a snug fit by the end of my pregnancy. So I hope you've liked my 19-week pregnancy bump date. If you have, feel free to give it a thumbs up because that really supports my channel. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button if you haven't done so already to become part of our YouTube family, and tap the bell to get notified. And I'll see you in my next video.